viewers and friends, Andrew back again, and welcome to another DVD and Blu-ray update. There's kind of been a change of plans with this one. I was planning to do an all-action one. That's been postponed probably till late next week or next weekend. I got a bit sidetracked because I received an order from the Amazon UK earlier this week, and I was really looking forward to checking out the title, so I watched them, or most of them, instead. So this update's going to be a mixture of action and horror awesomeness, because this update, all the movies I thought were absolutely incredible, are some of the best movies that I've seen recently, and definitely the best sort of blind buys that I've had in quite some time. So the first one I'm going to talk about is the 80s action classic Commando with good old Arnie. I'd never seen this before, but I'd heard a lot of great things about it. I'm getting into action at the moment, and a ton of people recommended this to me, so to everyone that talked to me about this movie and recommended it to me, thanks a lot. Absolutely brilliant. It was kind of fun visiting a movie and seeing Arnie young again. It's been quite a while since I've seen him in some of his younger roles, so that was pretty interesting. But this holds up really well. Just an absolute classic. One of my favourites now. The action's amazing. I did quite enjoy the storyline as well, and Blu-ray wise, really good. The picture quality is great. So an all-round awesome Blu-ray for an awesome movie. Commando, loved it. The next one is Slaughter High. This is the Arrow release. This movie, or this slasher movie, is now cemented its spot as one of my favourites. It came out in 1986, and it's definitely really underrated. I think a lot of people have heard of it, but perhaps haven't seen it. If you're one of those people who haven't seen this movie, check it out. I've got a lot more to say on it, but I'm going to save that for a slasher review that I'm going to be doing this one on probably sometime next week, so stay tuned for that, because I do have a lot to say about it. But for this update, all I'm going to say is I absolutely loved it. The kills were amazing, all really different, and some really interesting kills throughout. I also loved the killer, Marty, who is there on the cover. He's a jester throughout the movie. That's what he dresses up as, the killer. But this is really good, so if you haven't checked it out, highly recommend it, and stay tuned for my review on it. I haven't been too keen on a lot of modern movies recently, especially when it comes to horror, but I've got to say this one really impressed me, and that is The Dead. This is a zombie movie shot in Africa, and not many people have talked about this movie. I think it's really gone under the radar. It came out last year, I think, and pretty bold statement, but I'm going to go as far to say this is my favourite modern zombie movie. I thought it was absolutely terrific. They sort of go back to basics in terms of the zombies. They're the more classic slow moving zombie. There's no CGI throughout, all practical effects, which look awesome, by the way. There's some really awesome looking kills. It is kind of slow burning, so just be prepared for that. Basically, the film centers around two army guys trying to escape the zombies. There's an American whose plane crashed, and he's trying to locate another plane to get out of Africa, and he comes across a African soldier who's trying to locate his son. So basically they're both trying to go through two different journeys throughout the movie, but they basically got the same sort of thing. They're both trying to escape the zombies, so they help each other out along the way. Really good. The landscape, they use the landscape to full effect. The cinematography in this is breathtaking, really good. So if you're a fan of zombie movies, this comes highly recommended. Loved it. The next one is one that everyone's been showing, especially lately. A lot of people have seemed to be picking up different editions of Expendables. Better late than never. This was my first time watching it a week and a half ago, and absolutely loved it. Incredible action movie. Definitely a fan service to action fans. Of course, you've got all the, or some of the great action stars, you know. My favourite character in this was Christmas, played by Jason Statham. Fucking incredible. I loved all the kills that he did with his knife and blades. They just kicked ass. The action in this is some of the best that I've seen. Yeah, I'm not like really like the best person to sort of talk about action too, because I'm not really too familiar with the genre, but the action in this just amazed me. Absolutely loved it, and I loved the cast of characters as well, so definitely can't wait to see Expendables 2. I'm sure everyone's seen it, but if you're one of the few people that haven't and you're an action fan, this comes highly recommended. I thought it was absolutely fantastic. And the last movie is that I'm going to talk about for this update is the movie of the update, and it's Tucker and Dale vs. Evil. Wow, this movie just impressed the hell out of me. As I said before, I haven't been too impressed with modern movies, especially horror. This has definitely brought my faith back in the modern horror genre, especially for a slasher style movie. Basically, this is a love letter and fan service to slasher fans. So if you're a fan of the slasher genre, this comes highly recommended. I like to think of this as a reverse style slasher movie. So instead of the killers targeting the college students, it's kind of the other way around, but it's full of misunderstandings. Basically, the film centers around a group of college students and these two hillbilly characters, Tucker and Dale, who were absolutely phenomenal in this movie. They did a really, really good job. Dale was my favourite character. He was so funny. But basically 20 years earlier, I think it was about 20 years earlier, these two hillbillies that looked like Tucker and Dale went on a big massacre and killed a group of college students. So of course the college students who go to this wooded area for a weekend away mistake Tucker and Dale for these killer hillbillies and basically set out throughout the movie to kill them off. Something happens with one of their friends, and Tucker and Dale rescue her, but of course the college kids think they've taken away to kill her. It's just a ton of fun. The kills in this were so fun. Some of the most fun I've had with horror kills. The effects were really, really good. The gore was really, really awesome, and all the kills were nice and different, and you know, just a whole combination of those great kills from past slasher movies. So I'm definitely going to be reviewing this. I've sort of rambled on a little bit more on this movie than perhaps I should have for this update, but whatever, I absolutely loved it. And yeah, this comes highly recommended, so I will be doing a separate review on this one, guys. I know quite a few people have been picking this up recently, but if you haven't had a chance to pick it up or watch this yet, I highly recommend it. One of my favourite modern horrors, and yeah, definitely a lot of fun. I absolutely loved this movie. So that's it for this update. I hope everyone's enjoyed it, and if you've seen any of these movies, please let me know what you think of them in the comments section below. And if there's any movie that I've mentioned in this update you haven't seen, I highly recommend doing so. They're all absolutely brilliant movies within their respected genres. So that's it for this update. Thanks for watching.